Hey everyone, good evening. So we're back. Part 2 of today. Good evening everyone. Do I see Rob T, Marvin, everyone's here. Judith, Muta. Let's see, we have more. I already saw Derek Williams with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Derek. Great of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, back from the break. Yeah, something like a break. Yeah, it was a break. It was much needed. It was like when I stopped the stream this morning, it was like pretty heavy. Rain was falling big time on us. So I found, in the meantime, I was driving around, found a new spot, or a different spot. So I thought, why not make a part 2 of today, and let's see how that goes. Let's test it out a little. It's a bit of a weird spot. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, closer at the beginning, but now I'm on the normal side where we normally stand, but really at the far end. But not at the side where the what do you call it? The roundabout is. It's really a bit further on. It's a bit further on. And I think all the aircraft that are going away will be going away in a bit. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, it's quite okay. Quite okay. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna rain again. Again and again. We're not done with the rain yet. Of course. But maybe it's a fun place to be. Who knows? Kind of want to check it out for now. Let's take a look. All right, keep up with the chat a little, like so, and I can see you guys a little. That is better. That is good. All right. Well, gotta love Mother Nature. Yeah, indeed, Gary. It's like it's still pretty windy. As you can hear, it's getting pretty heavy winds as of now. And the radar showed, well, rain off, rain on, a little thunder here and there. but I was not quite sure if it's going to hit over here. We're living 1737 now, around 6. It should be in the clear. Dinner time, yeah, it is. It is dinner time. All right, let's see, what do we have here? I'm gonna check on the flight radar a bit. Let's take a look. I expect a couple of 747s. Ooh, that is up close, that's nice. Look at this, beautiful. The first one, the 777, off to Atlanta, KLM flight. And behind him is the flight to Copenhagen on the A321. Yeah, I think, what time did I stop earlier on in the morning? I think it was around, what was it? 13, 1 o'clock maybe? I think from 1 o'clock until now there was, yeah, a little rain, and the thunderstorm was it was hanging over here, right behind us. It's right about the sea levels. So wow, it wasn't really bad. The one I encountered at the opposite side this morning, it was really too much for me. And once again, I'm still in the open, but behind me, blue clouds, blue sky, I have to say, and some clouds going on, but you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it develops a little. Hopefully, it will stay all in the good for us for a couple of hours. That should be the best case scenario, of course. Make some adjustments here. All right. The flopping from the back going. All right. So little evening stream. Why not? Yeah, 1300 hours. Yeah, 1 o'clock. I think it was something like that. Ah, this is quite good. Quite good. All right, let's go to our next. Off to Copenhagen, the A321. And right behind him, what do we see? Dreamliner off to New York. It's also a KLM flight. So I'm expecting a couple of 747s. And let's hope we're gonna take that on. This one is brand new. The brand new A321 from KLM. Off to Copenhagen. And right behind it, the flight to JFK. Dreamliner, 9 years old. Those two are gonna be our first. Ooh, little side wind. Up for him. Yeah, I have to get this up a little. Alright. New place, new adjustments as we call it. Alright, so what a start again. Yeah, pretty smooth, pretty smooth. I have to get adjusted a little. It's a little bit of a weird angle. It's a really weird angle. But I think for one time should be fun trying it out. And why not? Yeah, let's hope some of them gone away. That should be good. I think they can clearly see the umbrella, so that won't be the point. Let's see how far I can go up before I hit the umbrella. Oh, that's pretty far. Ah, we can go for miles. That is good. The good part over here, really, is you can see all the taxiing action going on. So that is a nice thing to see from this side. I'm hoping, I think this is a piece of land for the province, but I'm not sure. So we'll see how that goes. If someone kicks me out, then well, there will be a first. But for everything's a first. KLM and Delta have the smoothest pilots according to the survey. Don't know what the criteria was. Yeah, I think they do say that the KLM pilots have a pretty good record in that. That's true. All right, the first one up, he's already about to head off. The 737 from KLM to Porto. That one is 26 years old. Oops. This one, let's see, off to Manchester, and that was 15 years old. I'm gonna start off with the first. Ooh, I have to get used to this angle, that's for sure. Yeah, it was not the smoothest for me. Well, all in all, I'm not a KLM pilot, so. That is something to consider. All right, the flight to Manchester will be leaving next. And on the head we have a flight to Billund, an A321 again. Let's take a look. Hey Roy, part 2. Yeah, welcome. Did you see the quali? Yeah, it is KLM power hour. Yeah, that is true. That is true. KLM power hour going on. All right, let's see. This is a really weird angle, but with a bit of practice, we'll get somewhere. This one goes to Billund, 1-year-old A321. And in the pad ahead of us, right over there, we have the KLM flight to Bristol on the E195-E2. Let's zoom in on it a little. The one with the big engines. Yeah, I think it's nice for a change, you know. See something different. You know, normally I'm right in the middle. And I think that is one of the best places, but you know, for one time, let's change up a little while we can. Yeah, I think that is nice to see. A little different perspective today for the evening. Why not? I think what I have to do is set the camera a little more backwards. Like a little. That should clear my little problem here. Alright, here we go. The next one. Yeah, it's a different view, Gary. It's like, yeah, I don't do this a lot. There is some people who regularly stream at this site. I think I tried it once, and it is nice. For the close-ups, it's very good. Yeah, yeah. So maybe I should make a change a little often, you know. Oh, I hear thunder in the back again. It's this day. It's one of the weirdest days I've seen in a lot of time. Because it is still a little rumbling here and there around me. In front of us, the view you see, it's really good. It's really blue. In the back of me, I hope it's not coming here. Davey, good afternoon. Yes, Polderbaan. It is. Yeah, there we go. And up and away he goes. All right. The 777ER off to Las Vegas, 20 years old. Right behind it, a 737 off to Aberdeen. That one is 18 years old. So first we're going to the to the powerhouse. The crownless KLM, yeah. Yeah, indeed. Alrighty, let's start with him. They're still building around there, of course. We can get pretty close. Would probably be too close, but hey, Miss Wolves, good evening. Alright, under the 737 off to Aberdeen. Let's take a look. I see a lot of movement, a lot of aircraft coming to the Polderbaan, so that is good. That is a good thing. All right, Aberdeen, there we go, the 737. Let's see, KLM flight first. Let's take a look. Behind it, privileged style, an A321, 17 years old. This is one we don't see a lot, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. At least I don't. It's going to Catania. Behind that one is the KLM flight to Milan. We'll have a Cityhopper KLM operated by Cityhopper, an E175 to Norwich, and the flight to Malaga. We're going to start with the flight to Madrid on the A321. All right. A little puff of smoke. And off he goes. Mickey, good afternoon. The daily dose of aviation kicks. Welcome here. Ah, Transavia. No, I thought so, Rob. Yeah, I thought so myself. Alright, well, Cheetah's Lane, there we are. Well, I haven't thought about that. Cheetah's Lane on the air is pretty good, that's really up close. Maybe we'll get a wave later on, you never know. We never know. Op, gas erop, yeah. Tomorrow never knows, good evening. How are you? Bussum, yeah, warm and humid Bussum, yeah. Over here it's pretty the same. I think it's rumbling a lot in the background. Still a little thundery going on over here. We're still not done with that yet. Yeah, it's starting to rain a little, but not so much as we had this morning. So that is really fine. So what do you guys have for dinner? Tell me. We're gonna have dinner later on, that's for sure. I think Transavia will be the next one. If I was correct. Let's see. Yeah, off to Malaga, the A321 Neo, 2 years old. And then after that we have to fly to Nuremberg on the E175 Embraer. And another E2 off to London. I really have to get myself adjusted to this angle. It's really it's not like the most difficult one, but if you're really not used to that, that's a bit of a change. All right, starting off with the flight to Nuremberg. Let's see. Still the fences are there. That is also from the works from the pipings. Back to normal temperatures. Yeah, we'll hope so. Yo, Michiel, how are you? Good, did you survive all the weather? What do we have there? Stripped of color. Alright, let's go. Chinese takeout leftovers. Well, not bad. The E2, the E19 Embraer, off to London. Coffee time from Utah. Yeah, also important. Also important. Yeah, you think it's a nice spot? Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's different for sure. Yeah, it is different. I think I have to be pointing the ambient mic a little more to the left. So let's do that now. I think this should be it. Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's another spot. It's quite good, but I think this is the flight from Iceland Air off to Reykjavik. 11-year-old A320. Dinner time, coffee time, USS, yeah. Welling off to Alicante on the A320. That one is 10 years old. And right in the background we have the 777ER to Toronto. So let's make a shot of him. There he is. Yeah, I think Marvin, for the for the spool ups and spooling up the engines, that is really a good place to be in here. I think that is nice. But I also love to see the side in the middle a little. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's because of I'm used to that a lot. But all right. China cargo. Ooh, he will make quite a noise. On to our next flight up from Amsterdam to Lisbon, the A321 KLM flight. It's a brand new one. And behind it is the Air France E190, the Embraer. It's going to Budapest. And we'll also have one E175 off to Aalborg. What do we see more? Let's see. Yeah, the China Cargo Airlines. It is pinging. It's nice to see all the bits, the parts and bits moving. USS. Yeah. Yeah, this is a close-up spot. Yeah, I think it's nice. with Air France to Budapest. And all the lights just like in Frankfurt. Yeah, that is really, that is. Frankfurt was really up close, more up close, I have to say. But it was nice, yeah, especially the evenings. The 737 off to Paris, the KLM flight, 15 years old he is. Ah, there the sun is. Oh my god. What do we have there? Transavia, Royal Air Maroc. Christmas time, yeah. Oh, that's a lot. There's a lot in front. Okay, let me in the foreground. All right, let's take a look. What do we have? The China cargo is on its way over here as well. Let's check it out. We have an A321 from KLM. That is the one we see over there. He's going to Prague. We'll have Transavia going to Marrakesh. Royal Air Maroc to Casablanca, of course. And there's the China cargo, the 777 freighter. And I'm curious to see Turkish cargo also on the move, the A330, off to Istanbul soon. But I did see a lot of, I think I saw 3 747s. Look at that. For the first time of the day, guys, the sun is out. 8 days. It was a long time coming. Yeah, but over there, Muda, it's like all cleared up for you guys. I see right behind me. Ah, not so much, not so much. It's pretty dark, pretty dark. Makes a good blooper video as well. Yeah, it probably should be. That probably should be. Well, all in all, it's a nice. I think this is a nice view. You can really get up close there. Let's see. Come on, use Cheetah's Lane. Cheetah's Lane would be the best for this, because I'm right in front of Cheetah's Lane, of course. The shortcut. So that is good to see. Yeah, there's a good line coming over our side. This is the flight to Prague. Behind that, it is the Transavia flight to Marrakesh. How old is that one? 2 years old. I think we can see some pilots over there. Well, let's start with the first one, the KLM flight. We'll be our first. Off to Prague, the A321. It's a brand new one. Pilot will be eating a hamburger. That would be funny. Yeah, Turkish cargo also on the move. Yeah, of course. There he is. China cargo. Alright, let's pick on to the Transavia flight then. Up towards the dark sky. Ooh, really dark over there. Royal Air Maroc. That is the 777 freighter from China Cargo. We'll start with this one off to Casablanca, if I'm correct. I think I am. Should be, yeah, Casablanca. 14 years old, this one. See, already EasyJet in the background. The 777 freighter goes to Shanghai. What do we have there? There's the Turkish Cargo, the 1830. Also have a EasyJet on our hands. Not a KLM flight. But let's go to the powerhouse. Let's go there. Yeah, it was the full powerhouse. Yeah. So for all of you guys coming in and don't really know, my name is Bas. So welcome all here tonight. A-Jet, yeah. A-Jet, but EasyJet first. As I said, my name is Bas. We'll be streaming mostly every week, every weekend at least. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet to the channel, then please do so. You won't miss one of the shows. And if you guys haven't used the like button yet, then this is the time. Will help me a lot today. Will help us a lot today. So I thank you also for that. Let's see where this EasyJet is going. No time for that, of course. I'll let this one go. Let's see. What are we having? Let's see. AJet off to Istanbul, the A321. This one is 2 years old. Turkish cargo also approaching us. See British Airways in the background. Off to Istanbul we go. A little wobble, a little one. It's getting busy. British Airways over there. Turkish cargo. The A330. Our next flight. It's not available. Don't know where it's going. It doesn't show. But it's 2 years old. Not sure where he goes. That is a little odd. Well, safe trip. Different, yeah, of course. Of course. So let's get the top off. Turkish cargo. Where did he go? Let's see. Probably to Istanbul, yeah. The A330. This one is 14 years old. And I think we're gonna get a, let's see. I think we're gonna do a round at the Polderbaan after those two flights. Alright, off you go. Time for him to say goodbye. Yeah. That was pretty loud. Where did I leave my bottle of water? Over here. Bert, good evening. Hello, how are you? Welcome. I think, I don't want to shout it out too hard, but I think it's gonna be clearing up a little behind me. Let's hope that stays that way. Alright, British Airways, where are you going to? Off to London, of course. The A319, 25 years old, this one. We haven't seen any today, I think. This morning also. That's what I thought. I think they're doing a runway inspection over there. He will go in the image soon. Oh, there he goes, flat out. Who do we spot over at the tower? Let's see. Turkish airline transponder is on. Good. Bed is doing good. A bit hot, like a lot of us here in Holland. Yeah. Yeah, it was today, or the weekend was the last hot day. It should be better tomorrow. It should be better. Let's take a look. We have a German Airways off to Basel, an E190 coming over to us. There he is. What do we see more? Let's take a peek. Another flight, the E175 to Prague. We'll have a flight to Dublin from Ryanair. Flight to Istanbul from Pegasus. Air India just got in here. Ooh, the retro livery, Turkish Airlines. Not bad at all. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a quick toilet break. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, here we are. Let's see. The dick is on location, no, it's not here. Yeah, it's too far away. That is too far away. Yeah, that's really far. And there's like a little water in between us, so that won't be a good thing to go there. I think one gentleman is approaching me. Hopefully, it's not the owner of the field. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Quite not sure. A smart pilot, yeah, a smart one. All right, German Airways off to Basel. That is our first. I don't think that is the owner. We're good. Quick rotation. Pretty quick. Alright. Basie from Ibiza, welcome. From Ibiza. Oh. How's the weather in Ibiza? Sorry?
Does the Emirates come here?
Yeah, but it's already gone.
Oh, okay. What time?
When it's leaving? Like 3:30 or so?
So no big planes, not.
Yeah, I think a couple of 747s maybe. Yeah. I think in an hour or so. Yeah. I think. Alright, let's take a look. What do we have? Ah, the Ryanair, the flight to Dublin. That was the flight to Dublin indeed, yeah. Have we ever been to Saint Martin? No. No, we haven't. No, we haven't been there. Let's see, where was that flight from KLM heading off to? Because he's over there. Let's take a peek. Ah, the flight to Prague, that was it, yeah. flight to Prague. There was a guy came over here. He was looking for the A380. Well, he was a couple of hours late. Let's see, to Prague we'll have the flight after this one. We'll go to Dublin. That was the Ryanair flight. I see Pegasus to Istanbul, 777ER from KLM to Shanghai. And the Turkish retro livery is also somewhat on the move. Yeah, I saw that. I saw like a post for I think, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was a random passenger, and there was something wrong with his seat or something, and they responded to that in a funny way. Yeah, you know, but if you're flying Ryanair, you're probably not going to fly very far, so it won't be a long seat. Early rotation again. The flight to Dublin. 35 degrees new. Very hot. Yeah, that's about the same kind of weather I think we had here last week. I think in my hometown it was like, in the garden, it was like 39-ish. The passenger was not sitting by his child. Oh, I think that's another post I saw then. It was more like a funny post. It has something to do with the window. I'm not sure because they advertise like every seat has a window, and there's a couple of seats who obviously have no window, or you know, in between. It was something like that. But I think it was a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not really sure what it was. But it was funny. Too hot for the Dutch? Yeah, yeah. It is too hot for the Dutchies. I'm not really liking this weather. It's too hot for me. You know, I can appreciate a little sunny weather now and then. Yeah, that's not a problem, but it was like so hot in the Netherlands, it was really not funny. All right, we're waiting for the Pegasus to leave. Let's take a look. I think he's already there. Yeah. Yeah, but still, you know, the Dutchies complain a lot, really. If it's cold, then it's not good. If it's warm, it's not good. It's never good. But I do think I enjoy the, you know, the spring and also the winter time. Because against the cold you can do something, and against the heat it's a little more difficult. You know, but all in all, really not a bad day, of course. 22 is good. Yeah, I agree. 22, 23 mostly. I think that is like that is the best. Yeah, you can put more on when it's cold. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to Shanghai on the 777ER KLM flight. 16 years old. In a minute, I'm gonna have a look at the departure times of the 747s because I do want to know. Let's take a look first. I think, let's see, Singapore Airlines will be going 11 in the morning. Oh, that's weird. Okay. We have Qatar off to Chicago in, I think, half an hour, 777. Another one to Chicago, it's the same one. Let's take a look, Dreamliner to Muscat, Oman Air. Well, that is weird. Air Europa, the Dreamliner off to Madrid as well. Yeah, the Singapore Airlines 747 should be on its way soon. We'll start off with the Air Baltic over here. That is our starting point. Let's take a look. Air Baltic. Yeah, that was good. I think it's Vueling up next. Yep. Fueling, my people. Let's take a look. This one will be going to Barcelona, the A320. 7 years old. It will be first. And then we'll have an EasyJet operated flight to Malta. It's an A320. We'll have Lufthansa off to Frankfurt, also in the A320. And then China Airlines Cargo off to Mumbai. What are you doing? The emote, Gary. That's good. That is good. There's our Lufthansa flight. Off to Frankfurt, the A320, 15 years old. And the EasyJet will follow along behind him. China Cargo was in the background over there. There he is. Our man, K1. Yuda says if you look at the nose with the stripe, it's like a smile that looks sad. Yeah. The China Cargo freighter. The powerhouse. We will be going to Mumbai today. The 777F, that one is 2 years old, it's quite new. We're starting off with EasyJet, the A320, off to Malta. What is up with the, let's see, the Turkish Airlines Retro, is that moving at all? Not really. Not yet. We need some time. Alright, EasyJet, we're starting off with him. There we go. Also Air Portugal joining in on us. So we're starting with the powerhouse first. Right, to Mumbai. The grumpy one. Yeah, it should be. He should be. The emote for the powerhouse. Yeah. If you look closely at the 777 takeoffs, you can see on the inner side of the wing, you can see the airflow going right above it, over the wing. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, take note. It's 27 degrees still. It's pretty hot. I wasn't expecting it to be this hot still. The emote for the powerhouse, yeah, who knows? Who knows? Alright, Air Portugal. Off to Lisbon, the A320. This one is 7 years old. Right behind him is another EasyJet flight to Bristol. Another A320. And off she goes. Yeah, is he on? Okay, good, Marvin. Let's hope she will take her route then. I think the flight to Bangkok will be going here. 777ER from KLM. 22-year-old he is. Yeah, DHL. Oh, there he is. To Seoul. 747. Oh, the Turkish Airlines retro livery also on the move. Let's hope it will be here. Fingers crossed. Finally moving. It was there for almost 3/4 of an hour. Yeah, that was a long time. I think they were eating. Yeah, probably so. Well, they didn't were in a hurry. There it is. There it is. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, definitely coming here. Good. The one we see is the 777ER off to Bangkok. And right behind that one, we'll have a KLM flight, the E195-E2 Embraer, off to Stockholm. And then we have also Turkish Airlines, the Retro A330 to Istanbul soon. Vueling goes to Malaga. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think that is it. Well, I do have to say this is an easy view for me. I think it's a good spot. Can really see up close, so that is really nice to see. Yeah, the Barcelona livery. Yeah. Or I have to say that I love Barcelona livery. There he is, the Turkish retro in the background. Yeah, it's very close. Europa on the move, Marvin says. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now let's hope the Singapore Airlines will also be on the move soon. The queen on the move. Good, good. That is what we want. Yeah, she's moving. Alright, we'll have... Ooh, something else there. Muta! €2. Thank you very much, Muta, for the ice cream and the powerhouse emote. Yeah, that is good. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate that. Well, the ice cream will that will work for tonight. Alright, this one off to Stockholm, the E195 Embraer E2. Then we'll have a flight to Porto on Transavia. And then it's time for our Turkish Airlines retro. Thank you very much, Muta. And I have to make a choice real soon, because I really want to see the close-up for the A330. Yeah, the retro is good. Really nice. Right behind it is the Vueling to Malaga. That should be a special too, but yeah, I mean, it's not really, really special. It's somewhat special. Not too much. Let's go with the retro. Retro number 3. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this one is not really... there we go. The white ghost. Europa, I think that is the Dreamliner in front. Let's start off with the Vueling flight to Malaga then. Yeah, that was a queen in the background. Yeah, she's coming our way. First up, Vueling, the Barcelona livery, the A320. 9 years old. It's somewhat special. I think it's not that beautiful, but. And then we'll have Air Europa on the Dreamliner to Madrid. And then it will be time for, yeah, for the Queen. Yeah, the sneak peek. Well, we can have a little sneak peek. There we go. There we are. That is it. We're gonna have to see the Dreamliner first. So we'll get to the 747 a little later. Just a little. Alright, let's go to the Queen 747. It's operated by DHL. The White Queen, yeah, the white one. Operated by Polar Air, yeah, of course. To Seoul, 13 years old. Yeah, Casper, the white one. Yeah, it's not the most pretty one, but still. He's gonna be probably using Cheers Lane or not. No, it doesn't. is he? I think he does. What is that? Air Baltic? Needs a paint job, yeah. Yeah, Air Baltic will be using Cheetah's Lane off to Riga. Well, let's take a look. Time enough. Yeah, that will be Cheetah's Lane. Good. Alright, let's get on with the departure of the 747. The white one. So for all the viewers that are coming in here, warm welcome to you. Especially a warm welcome, because it's really scorching day again. If you haven't used the like button, guys, please do so. It will help me a lot today for this show. And if you haven't subscribed yet and don't want to miss any of the weekly shows, then this is the time. Alright, there we go. And off we go. Yeah, he's already been really far out. This is the farthest I can go. But it was nice. It was good. Going to make the right turn, yeah. Alright, Transavia. Let's see where she's going. To Casablanca, 737, 9 years of age. I don't think it's the most busy part of the day. We've seen it a lot, you know, the evenings. We did a couple of evening streams in the last months, but you did see around 6, 7, 8. Not a lot of. There are some good flights, but not a lot of them. It's not the most busy time, so we'll have to get through that. Couple of spotters over there, not too much. Transavia and the 737 always look good. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, they get phased out. Yeah, eventually they will. Yeah. What to be seen. All right, little waiting game. Let's see. The first thing we're going to see here is the flight to Dublin, the A320. He will be joining us in a minute. Let's take a look at the radar for a bit. Bluebird Airways. There's also one, I think I've seen it before, but not around here, to Tel Aviv. 21-year-old 737. Okay. Let's take a look at the departure board for a bit, because I don't see a lot of aircraft moving. We're leaving 1933. Let's see. Yeah, so the 777 to Chicago, the Qatar will be going. Another one, oh, that's delayed. 7452, 7040. So 2 flights to Chicago. Let's see, Ryanair, 730. Transavia. Yeah, we got some delays on our hand, I think. PETA will be going around 8-ish. 777 to Taipei, KLM will be going 8:35 in an hour. China Southern to Shanghai. Estimated time 8:37, also an hour. The 777 from Etihad, also 8:46. Dreamliner to Muscat. And from then on, it will be a lot of KLM flights, all in Europe. We're starting off with the Aer Lingus to Dublin, the A320, 21 years old. That will be our first. Bluebird is blue. Yeah, probably. Probably so, Mura. Well, time for some water again. All right, Aer Lingus. Yeah, the sun in the back is really good in the evenings. That's true. That is true. But for the traffic around these times, you don't have to do it really, because it's not really that busy. Do you guys hear all the crickets? Very loud. I think there's a million of them here. Bluebird, well, yeah, they probably can see, they will be. Well, not from there, but Where was this this 737 going? Let's take a look. Oops. Let's take a quick peek. We also have an Embraer in the back, as I see. Ah, Tel Aviv. It's going to Tel Aviv. And the Embraer is joining us here in a bit. He'll be going to Split, the E175. And he is 9 years old. But we'll start off with the Bluebird Airways. And our friend is here. Oh, that's a good emote, Rob, for that. That is good. Yeah, that's what I just said, Rob. It's not the most busy time at the evenings sometimes. There's a lot coming, but it's mostly KLM, the shorter KLM flights like this one. The one to Split. And we'll have Iberia on the A319, 17 years old, going to Madrid. Yeah, but there's not a lot of movement. What do I say more? Let's see. That one just got in. Ryanair off to Malaga on a 737. And the rest is all inbound. So it's not going to be very busy. We'll have an Iberia flight over here. But it seems for the moment it's going to be possible for a while. There's some delays I saw. Some were already left. What you fly blue, that's fun and true. JLM is also the Bluebird, yeah. Yeah, it seems like for now, for the moment, this is one of the last ones we see, because I don't really see anything moving. let's take a look. Let's see. Quite a few people. Quite a few. So, a lot of people. I think so. 4 or 5. Look at that. Oh, that's the Ryanair flight. I think that one goes to was it Dublin? Wasn't Dublin? It wasn't Dublin. Oh yeah, to Malaga. Yeah. But all the rest up there is all only going. It's only the inbound flights. So we'll have a little time waiting on the flight. Gives me the opportunity to yeah, sit down a little. Hey, what do you see next? That is the first today. Have a little sit and have a little drink as well. Yeah, I don't see a lot of ducks on this side. Not a lot. I think they're more over on the other side of the. There's like a little canal, but it's not really big. It's like almost like 1.5 meters wide. So it's nothing special. So that's I think you can guys hear all the how do you call that? The chirping from the crickets. There's a lot of those. Yeah, you know, and I like the evening sun. You know, that is really really beautiful. But I must really be honest with you guys. I rather have the mornings because in the mornings there's a lot more traffic. It's a lot more busy, and also I think personally for me the better flights are always in the morning or midday. And I also think if you're doing and that is one I have to get my mind around. Maybe for the if we do an occasional evening stream, because I will mostly be doing the mornings because I do like them the best. I think that is the most fun for everyone to see. But yeah, you know, like today, why not? You know, a little evening, an evening hangout on a Polderbaan. You know, that is good. But I think if you're doing the evening streams, it's a lot better if you go, for example, to to Zwanenburgbaan, to the McDonald's, maybe if there's some action there, or yeah, maybe even Kaafbaan as well. Right around there, you're a lot closer to the terminal, and you really can see some movement, some ground operations, you know, that kind of stuff. And on the Polderbaan, it's like that far that you don't really get to see anything, anything but takeoffs and arrivals. Also, to see. southwest. Could be also, could be landings tomorrow around here. I think that is a possibility. But also, I don't think I have to do forecasting because today is not the best day for forecast. The winds are on the move, really? Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's nice. And after the taxi goes. Alright. Yeah, the retro is going to Portugal, to the Faro, the south side of Portugal. The Ryanair flight 727, 8 years old, will be going to Malaga. The retro livery coming up. Let's see. Yeah, off to Faro. In Air Portugal, off to Lisbon again. What do we have more? Let's see. This is all inbound. Air France to Paris soon. Let's see. It's nice to see you watch the break the heat. Yeah. The early video, yeah, for a couple of weeks ago, you mean, Gary? Yeah, that was the one where I got burnt for the sun pretty badly. That was not my best day. That was really horrible. But you know, I made some improvements. Look. This is the lifesaver for today. So kind of blocking the sun today for a little. It's been really good. The new big umbrella. It helps out a lot. Yeah, that was right. You know, it was my own fault again. I forgot the sunscreen. We forgot to take it on the van, you know, and yeah, that's what happens. And all in all, if you're most of the times when I'm here at the runway, The time ticks pretty fast, pretty fast. So in a second you're a couple of hours ahead, and then yeah, if you yeah, as a red lobster, then you become a red lobster indeed. Yeah, in a couple of hours, easy. Doesn't take a lot of time. Yeah, the retro. There he is. The retro livery Transavia. Off to Portugal, to Faro. Retro number 4 for the evening, yeah. Poop the snoot. I have a model? Really? Off to Portugal. This should be the Air France, is it? Ah, to stop at Portugal to Lisbon. And after that is the Air France flight. To Paris. Yeah, in a hurry. Wow. Not really. Also an air baguette. Yeah. Air baguette incoming. Yeah, you like this mirror? Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah. So it's still 27 degrees. It's like 8 o'clock already. It's mad stuff. Ah, there we have it, Air Baguette. Hey Gary, how are you? Definitely too hot. Yeah, it is hot. It is still hot, yeah. But it's not terrible. I mean, the sun is not really burning anymore, so it's okay. It is okay. All right, off to Paris we go with Air France. He took off like a rocket. No, he was in a hurry. All right. Do we have something coming our way? That's the question. Sun Express will be going to Izmir in hopefully a couple of minutes. And the rest is all inbound. What is up with the day? I'm gonna take a look at the radar. Let's see. Um, it's 8. Let's see. Tarom will be going to Bucharest. Yeah, that's also late. Let's see. Also late. An hour late. Alicante, Transavia, half an hour late. Helvetic to Zurich, also late. The 777 to Taipei, it is going around 8:50. Flight to Nice is cancelled. We have Oman Air on the Dreamliner going to Muscat in around 20 minutes. So we can wait for that one. But all the flights are delayed. Mostly all of them, almost all of them. That's a bummer. A lot of flights delayed. Yeah, yeah, that is a bit of a shame. Yeah, we can wait for them. For the Omen Air especially, because that is a good one to be to see. But all in all, on the airport this evening, at least, there's not a lot to be seen. What for dinner? Yeah, we also have to figure that out. Dinner, indeed, yeah. And I also had that. I didn't bring the second camera on the evening stream because I was thinking it's probably gonna rain a lot more, so it's a wise decision to not take it out of the van. Oh, and now's the time you're gonna need it, right? Was Muta said. Let's play a game. Spot the aircraft on the parking. Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that because at the parking lot there's also a lot of people waiting. But it will be a long time waiting. Ah. Yeah, this is what I meant. For especially for Polderbaan, it can be good. It can be good. But I do see a lot, and I've been doing a lot of evening streams as well. And right around this time, when you have a delay there or you're early up in the schedule, these moments happen. Yeah, I'm sometimes a little impatient. I want to continue, mostly. But you can have it all. No parking in front. Yeah, there is. There is. Of course. Let's see. There's a lot. That's far, far away. Let's see. TUI parked up there. Transavia. Couple of KLM flights. Ah, there you have it. And let's take a peek, Mura. Tell me. Tell me what that is. Marvin says ATR on the way. Oh, that's good. Oh, that should be nice. Ah, yeah. SES to Copenhagen. And also, the Sun Express to Izmir is on the move. Transavia flight off to Pisa. Let's take a look there. Correct. Well, let's wait on the wait a little on the ATR. There's the Moldavia flight. There's the ATR. There's the Transavia flight in the Sun Express off to Izmir. Qatar Cargo, is it? Wow. Wowie wowie. Yep. And let's take a look. Oh yeah, 777. There he is, the ATR. Yeah, the old prop. Ah, Cheetah's Lane. Good. It looks like the props are standing still. Do you see that? No time to waste. No. Alright, it will be Transavia first. Yeah, the close-up was good. It was really up close. Yeah, already. I love seeing the older prop aircrafts. Alright, off to Pisa on the 737 Transavia. 24 years old. And after that, the Sun Express to Izmir, and that one is 6 years old. And then we're gonna wait for the Qatar Cargo. to Izmir on the Sun Express 737. 6 years old it is. Alright, he's off, and now we wait for the Qatar cargo, the 777, the freighter. Tomorrow still here, still enjoying the stream. Don't do anything else, too hot inside. Yeah, if the heat keeps hanging in the house, then it's not a pleasant surprise. Alright, Qatar cargo almost at the other side of the Centerbaan. The 777F off to Chicago, 9 years old. Well, let's see, do we have something more? I see Corendon to Bodrum. Corendon to Bodrum. Hey Sean, you can head to Dublin next. You can meet Paul from Dubjet. I already spoke to him in Frankfurt a couple of weeks ago. We were standing next to each other in Frankfurt a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, so we chatted. Good guy, really good guys. We had a lot of fun. We even shared a big rain shower together. Yeah. 100 likes. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, good guy. Yeah. Yeah, I got a sticker and he got a card from me. So yeah, we're familiar, Sean. Yeah, it was a funny day. Funny day. We had like a really big rainstorm. Well, not very big, but it was enough to get really wet. And he was, they were just standing. I think it was like 3 meters next to each other. So yeah, on Frankfurt Airport in Germany, a couple of weeks ago. And in a couple of weeks' time, now we're talking about Frankfurt. A couple of weeks' time, we will be there again. The end of August, the first week, I think, from September on, we will be in Frankfurt again. So we're really planning on going there one per 6 or 7 weeks, kind of like something like that, to make the trip over there and having some fun. I hope the stickers in Frankfurt. I made a new one. I made new ones. I have to order them still, but yeah, but who knows, Mura? Maybe in 7 weeks or 6 weeks. What is it? It's like almost July. Yeah, 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's still there. I think it is. All right, Qatar cargo. And I think already the sun is already down. Almost. The last glimpse of the sun. It's not really much anymore. It is a little. Ready to run? Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Do we have something more coming? I think the Corendon should be on his way. Yeah, Corendon. Another Transavia. Doing very well in the heat. That's one thing I know. All right, there we go. The powerhouse. Yeah, there she goes. I think it will be the Corendon. After the Corendon. Let's see. Yeah, Transavia. Helvetic is coming. Yeah, we'll do a couple more. There's a lot of waiting involved, that's for sure for today. I think I'll do a couple more because I don't think there's going to be any major special left for us today. Some music. Yeah. Well, I don't. That's music will be a problem on the live streams. And I don't think you want me. You want me to be singing as well. That will be a bad ending for the ears. Oh, you mean the stuff in the background? Yeah, I think it's like. Yeah, you know, I was already looking for where the sound is coming from. It could be one of the houses on the other side. Could be. Could also be the maybe at the firehouse there. Not sure. Could also be somewhere on the parking lots with the wind. Hey, there he is, Gary again. Yeah, I don't know. Really can't see well. I don't see a lot of people over there, so it was like a deep bass you're hearing. Yeah. It sounds like it's coming from, let's see. It sounds like it's coming from over there. I can hardly imagine it's coming from over there, but you never know. Maybe they are having a somewhat of a party. The open air is pinging. Ah, that's. We're gonna wait for the open air, and then that will be the last. Yeah, open air to Muscat. We'll make that one the last then. And then it's time for some dinner for me, because I really haven't had something to eat. And I'm really not sure where it's coming from. It sounds like it's coming from over there somewhere. But once again, I'm not sure. Hey, the A340. The A340 is there. This one goes to Tirana, the 737, 10 years old. And then right behind that is the Helvetic Airways, the 1600 E-Jet sticker. Well, off to Zurich, that's an E190 Embraer, the E2 version. And then we'll have Air France on the move to Paris again on the A320. Oman Air to Muscat, on a Dreamliner of course. Yeah, and China Eastern Airlines off to Shanghai on a 777. Depends if he's gonna move soon or not. The 80th cargo on the move. Oh no. We'll go with Helvetic first, off to Zurich. Oh, let's take a peek. Let's see, Helvetic first, then Air France, Oman Air, China Eastern. Yeah, that one just got in. Yeah, depends if the China Eastern will be heading on the move. Let's see the Qatar or the Etihad cargo. Let's see how fast it will be coming back. Air Baguette. Ooh. Yeah, the wobble. A little. Yeah, a little. After first, the A320. A320. 12 years old. And then Oman Air is on the move. KLM to Warsaw. Oh, now they're coming. Qatar off to. Oh, that's from Doha. That just came in. Tarom is on the move. We're kinda waiting on a few minutes to see if the 80th cargo is moving or not. And how fast it will be here. Two or four engines, Muda says, yeah. The story of the A340. He disappeared. Well, the good thing is, The sun finally broke beneath the clouds, so there's our evening sun. It's back again. Let's take a look. That is our Dreamliner from Oman Air. That is the one we've been waiting for. Yeah, I don't see the Etihad cargo really on the move yet. It's gonna be good. The U-turn, yeah. Yeah, the nice orange glow. Is she moving? Okay. Yeah, I can see China and Eastern Airlines, the 777 to Shanghai moving, and the Etihad cargo moving. So one of those two will be the last then. Don't want to miss those two. Then it's dinner time after that. Let's see a KLM flight in the meantime. KLM. Yeah. Amsterdam to Bucharest, Tarum also coming. And the flight to Warsaw. But first up, the Oman Air off to Muscat. The 787 Dreamliner, 9 years old. Let's enjoy this one. I'm not sure, Mura. I have to see. I think I'll have to get something here and there. Not really sure what. Alright, Amsterdam to Warsaw. It's in Poland, I believe. The 737 from KLM, 6 years old this one. He'll be joining us first, and then Tarom on the 737. After Bucharest. Two 777s coming up. China Eastern Airlines to Shanghai first, then the flight to Abu Dhabi. Yeah, you're gonna fly the drone tomorrow? Yeah, I think it's better weather for tomorrow. It's still warm tomorrow, they say, but it won't be as warm as we had last week. Right, Tarom to Bucharest. There he is. K2. Closer. Nowadays they have really nice cars. When I was working here a long time ago, those cars weren't that great. I think they used, back in the day, they used the older Volkswagen Touaregs. The vans, they used vans. You still see some of them. Alright, let's see. The last two of the day. China Eastern Airlines. We will be going first to Shanghai, the 777ER. This one is 10 years old. And the other one is the Etihad Cargo, the 777F. That one is 13 years old. And he will be going to Abu Dhabi, of course. Yeah, bird control. 2 in a row. At 12, then there will be nothing left, Jura, on the air. Nothing left. Maybe a couple of flights coming in, but it is dead silent at the airport in the night. Almost silent. Ooh, open? Yeah, it was the right choice. Chinese is in the ATF card though. With a little glow on it. Well, look at that. Ah, cheetah's lane. He will be going first. Lights out for us. Yeah. Look at that, it's beautiful in the sun. But first up, Air China. I had to try. Had to try. But I must say I'm also feeling a little tired, and then it becomes harder. Ooh, steep. Alright, the last one of the day. Etihad Cargo off to Abu Dhabi. Alright guys, that was it. The last one. Hey Gyro. Good evening, man. We're really getting to the end of this stream for today. For this evening. Tomorrow morning I will be there. I think around the same time we were this morning, around 9:30, 9:45, something like that. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a new spot for me, so for everything is a first, you know. Quite enjoyed it. It was good. So maybe we'll go there in yeah, in another time. Tomorrow I'll have to see. Hopefully it will be yeah, it will be arrivals. Let's hope. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for the memberships, because I saw a few passing by on my screen. Thank you very much for that. And Muda, thank you for this evening. Guys, have a good evening, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye bye.